Okay, we're back with our package of 4 different kinds of tobacco. The stuff's packed up pretty solidly. They've folded over the top of the bag, and they've put a strip of tape on it. So we're going to open this up. I'm going to try not to cut into the bag itself because I'd kind of like to use it again. But we'll see. I may have to cut the bag. I don't know. Let's see. Let's get that going there. Yeah, I'm just going to have to cut the bag. I've already done it. So we'll just cut that open right there. The first thing you should do when you get your tobacco is examine it. And just kind of feel it. It should be very, very pliable. It shouldn't feel all dried out. So we're going to pull a leaf out here. Oh, there's a couple of leaves. And you'll notice it's all just kind of pressed together. And that's pretty much normal. That's how it kind of comes off the farm. So we'll spread it out. Unfold it a bit here. And you'll notice that I can handle it pretty easily. And it doesn't break up or anything, and that's what you want. You don't want it breaking up on you. And if you take a look at this leaf, you can tell that it's had a rough life. It's had some rough handling. It's got some holes in it, and it looks pretty ragged. Let's zoom in on that a little bit. As you can see there, it's pretty ragged. Got some big holes in it. That's normal. There's nothing that HighDesertTobacco.com can do about it other than try to give you as much good leaf as they can possibly give you. What I like to do is take all the leaf out and take a look at it. Just kind of uncrumple it, spread it out a little bit. You notice almost every leaf has some holes in it. They've done some trimming here. It looks like they cut part of this off. Maybe it was just nothing but stem and they decided not to have that add to the weight. But anyway, just spread your leaves out. You want to check each one. If they're dry, none of these leaves are dry. I don't think. I haven't checked them all, of course, but I don't think they're all dry. But if they are, here's what you can do. If you've got a dry leaf, or a bunch of dry leaves, just take your squirt bottle and give it a mist and let it sit for a little bit. And it will absorb that moisture and become pliable enough that you can handle it, and it feels like thin leather. Like I say, I take each leaf out, and some of them are really ragged, and there are going to be a few like that. Hopefully not your entire bag, but you want to spread them out, because when you get ready to shred them, if you're using that little hand shredder like I just showed you, you don't want a lot of layers of leaf, or the little shredder will have a little trouble getting through it. Now, these leaves look pretty good. Another thing, let's say you think your leaf is a little dirty, and sometimes they are. You can actually wash your leaves. I'm going to show you how to do that. Take a brand new, wet, clean sponge, and believe it or not, you can just do this. You can wipe down the leaf. Flop it over, wipe down the other side. Doesn't matter if it tears a little bit, you're going to shred this stuff anyway. And that's it. You've gotten rid of the dirt on the leaf. And just let that air out and dry some before you try to shred it. Aha! 4.56 ounces. That's better. So 4.56 ounces, that's 4.5 ounces in their quarter-pound package. So now we're going to de-stem all this and see what we get out of their quarter-pound package. Okay, that looks like it. Yep, got it all de-stemmed. Alright, so we're going to shove it all back in here. Put an empty one on there so that I can tear that out and get rid of that excess weight. And we come up with almost 4 ounces of tobacco, 3.87 ounces. Okay, 3.87 ounces out of a 4-ounce package of whole leaf tobacco. That's pretty good. Here's the stems. If you're in need of a pest repellent, save these, let them dry out. You can make a good pest repellent out of them. Okay, so that was Virginia Flu Cured. So we're going to shred up that four ounces. Sponge out of the way. And I think I'll put that under my shredder. And we'll just start things off here. I'll pick that leaf up in a minute. Like I say, this little shredder works pretty good, but you don't want to try to feed it all doubled up leaf and stuff like that. All the little pieces that I ripped off. Shred those. Alright, here's that wet leaf. We'll shred it too. Okay, everything's shredded. Pull all the little pieces out of here. And that is the Virginia Flu Cured. You do the same thing for the Tennessee Burley and the Virginia Brightleaf, where you're going to run into some minor issues, possibly. Is with the Turkish Izmir tobacco. That's a different kettle of fish. Aha. Well, I still cut the bag. Alright. Your Turkish Izmir is very small leaf. You can see it right there. And it's compressed quite a bit, but it's really small. The thing about the Turkish Izmir, if you buy a quarter pound of that, you don't have to de-stem it because the stems are really small and it's not going to make a difference, and you can just shred it as is. Okay? See these little bitty leaves? See how small they are? This stuff is grown in Turkey and Greece, Russia. You're not going to use a lot of it, but one of the things you want to watch out for when you get this is that it's maybe too dry. This has got a good amount of moisture in it, decent amount, so it's not too dry. And we'll shred some of it up. I'm not going to shred up the whole thing. Okay, I've got the tobacco that I shredded up and measured out. Once again, it's 30% Virginia Brightleaf, 40% Virginia Flue Cured, 20% Tennessee Burley, and 10% Turkish Izmir. I'm going to use a bigger bowl. Dump it all in, and okay, I've got it all in the bowl, and I'm going to start breaking things up. Just pulling things apart, and at the same time tossing them around. Now, this is pretty moist. You certainly don't want to roll cigarettes with tobacco that's too wet. But as you can see, it's all getting mixed up in here. There's some bigger pieces, don't worry about them, they'll roll. It all makes a nice cigarette. Okay, what I'm going to do is let that air out and dry out.